your perspective on what to expect with regard to the auto numbers. But who better to bring in with regard to expectations than CS Vigneshwar, who's obviously part of FADA. He's the president at FADA. Mr. Vigneshwar, let me start off by understanding from you. Post the 22nd, of course, we've seen an unwind of everything that's been pent up over the last 20 days. It's Shraddh plus the fact that everyone was awaiting the lower rates with regard to GST. Talk to us about customer trends, first off, to start with. How are customers behaving? You have a great pulse of what's happening on ground. Are they preferring to upgrade the cars that they were earlier inquiring for? Are they looking at a better brand of cars? Give us that perspective to start off with.
Thank you so much. First of all, congratulations to the Indian team for getting the Asia Cup. And I think it's a great start to the week. Yes, it's like the opener is already getting most of the job done. You and Srishti have spoken about the figures, you've spoken about the trends. So as a middle order batsman, let me add something. Yes, we have seen the premiumization happen because more customers are moving to slightly more premium variants of the same model. We also seen that some customers have actually moved to a completely different model, which is one segment upwards. But however, we need to see this for a few weeks and a few months to see whether this is a sustainable trend. We've also seen a lot of activity in the entry-level segments for the two-wheelers and the four-wheelers, the passenger cars. We've been having a lot of headwinds in the last couple of years in the entry-level models for the two-wheelers and four-wheelers. We've seen a lot of movement happen here, which is very encouraging. What is very important in our industry is that the entry-level segment does well. The moment the entry-level segment does well, this not only garners sale for that particular period, but it also develops a larger base for the future for moving up one level higher. So I think that started happening, which is great, which wasn't happening for the last couple of years. And one of the reasons why the market was a little bit dull for the last couple of years is also price, especially in the urban areas. Right now, we have seen the price cuts happen. So we've seen a lot of excitement in the urban areas. Rural demand has been quite decent for the last few years, and it would continue to grow strong. But the urban customer is stepping in to move the industry much higher.
Right. Okay. That's great perspective to start off the conversation, but also wanted to understand really, when it comes to what really are the trends are, because, Navaratri 2025 sales are up about 15%, like Srishti was just highlighting during the first 5 days itself. And as per the Vahan data, passenger vehicles and two-wheeler segment is seeing the most amount of excitement. How do you think this trend is going to pan out post the festive season?
These GST reforms, Aisha, is going to work for a few years. It's not going to be about a festive season or a quarter. It's quite landmark in its thinking, and it's quite seismic in its effectiveness. So I think it's going to pan out well for the next few years at least, if not longer. The price of vehicles have been going up quite significantly in the last 4 or 5 years because of emission norms, because of safety norms, etc. And our salaries in urban areas were not keeping pace. So with this cut, I believe that the urban customer will be back in the game to drive the industry and to meet their mobility requirements. So it's going to be great even beyond the festive season.
Vigneshwar, why is the CV demand still lagging? All the excitement is around passenger vehicles and two-wheelers. But if you look at the MHCV segment, for instance, because that's the data we have, that's really showing nothing.
To put it in a very simple perspective, a two-wheeler and a four-wheeler are very impulsive, emotional purchases. It's like buying yourself a burger. So if you feel hungry, you go and get yourself one because you desire one. But getting yourself an LCV or an MHCV would be like getting yourself a microwave or a cooking stove. So this is more of a business purchase. So the prices have just come out. The negotiations for the prices will be taking place between the customers and the dealership. and also the deal needs to be worked out with financiers in mind. So it takes slightly longer, but I'm sure the commercial vehicle industry would soon catch on, along with the construction equipment industry. They've been doing quite well. And more importantly, the tractor industry, which has been doing really well, would continue to do well.
Okay. What are you seeing in terms of two-wheeler demand, Mr. Vigneshwar? Give us that perspective. Are we seeing a bounce back? Are we seeing upgrades from 100cc to 125? Are those visible trends at a ground level that you're seeing?
It's going to be a two-horse race. I'm sorry. There was a... Okay. It's going to be a two-horse race. You are right. From one point of view, there would be a premiumization which happens. People move to the higher CCs. Of course, the 350cc plus is the only segment which the GST has gone up. But at the same time, apart from the premiumization which is happening, you've also seen that the entry-level two-wheelers do well because of the price cuts being mostly, the highest in the lower category segment. So it'll do well. I think the manufacturers also are quite aggressive with the prices. The dealers are quite hungry to do business. I think the entry level will do really, really well, along with the second horse of the premiumization of the industry.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And that's the first sign of revival which has come by in the Motown numbers, and it's so good to see that, or rather relief actually to see that. But Mr. Vigneshwar, great to have you on ET Now. Thanks as always for your time.